This is task number 3. We're going to be preparing a blood film to view microscopically. I have all my proper PPE on. I got my gloves, I got my lab coat, and I have my goggles on. And I have everything I need right here. I have 2 spreader slides that are blank. And then I have 2 slides that the drops are going to go on to with the patient's information on it. It has their name, their species, the client ID, and the date on it. I have the capillary tubes for withdrawing the sample from our EDTA sample here. With our patient's information on it, and then I have the stain here for staining after the blood sample has dried onto our slide. So we'll go ahead and get started with that. So we'll go ahead and get started here. I'll go ahead and give this 4 to 6 gentle inversions here. And then we can take our cap off, withdraw a sample, place a drop closest to the feathered edge. The cap back on here. Take our spreader slide. This is the tabletop method. Pull it back into the drop. Let it disperse throughout the length of the spreader slide, and then push upwards in a rapid, even movement. So I have this smear here. It has a nice feathered edge, slightly curved, no streaks, no tails, and it goes over half the length of the slide. And it goes from thick to more thin. And so we'll go ahead and let that dry right there. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead with the handheld method. So I'll go ahead and invert my tube again, gently. Extract my sample, place it up closest to the feathered edge here. That one dropped, I'll get a new slide. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the spreader slide back closest into the drop, let the blood disperse among the spreader slide, and then push evenly upwards in one quick motion. Alright, and then this slide we have here, it goes 2/3 length of the, actually it goes more than halfway across the halfway mark. Has a nice feathered edge, slight curve, and it goes from thicker to thinner along the end. So we'll go ahead and we're going to let that dry here. And we're going to put these butt end down, and then after they dry, we will go ahead and stain them. Alright, so now that our slides have air dried, they're ready to be stained. And I also just want to point out with the slides, it's really important to have a gradual transition from thick to thinner to a feathered edge, because that's where your monolayer is going to be. It's going to be right before the feathered edge, and that's where you're going to be doing your differential counting at. And so it's really important to have that gradual transition because you need that monolayer in order to count your cells. And so since these are dry, I just wanted to mention that. And we'll go ahead and put the clothespins on them. And we're going to do 10 1-second dips into each. So we'll start with our fixative. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rinse off the excess. We'll do with our number 2 stain. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then same thing on our blue stain, blue purple stain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Go ahead and rinse off the excess here. And then we'll just give this a gentle rinse in the sink. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and let that dry with the butt end down. And then we'll do the same with this slide here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 into the fixative. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we'll go ahead and rinse this off with the water. And we'll go ahead and let this one air dry butt end down also. And then they're already labeled, so we don't need to label them at this point. And we're ready to, we'll let them air dry, and then afterwards we can view them microscopically.